The Benue State government has inaugurated the HIV, Tuberculosis and Malaria Research Institute at the Benue State University Teaching Hospital, alongside 6 ambulances to provide medical emergency services. Governor Samuel Otom, who performed the ceremony, says the center will complement the services of the 24 newly constructed primary health care centers under the MDGs, SDGs, transitioning programs to meet the goals 4 and 5 and address the maternal health and child mortality cases.
Governor Samuel Otom, in company of his deputy, Mr. Benson Abunu, performs the inauguration ceremony of the HIV, Tuberculosis and Malaria Research Center to help sufferers access good treatments and timely intervention. After a tour of the facility, Governor Otom commends the contractors handling the projects and 24 rural clinics across the state. The rural clinics has features like motorized boreholes with water running and good restrooms.
Local government 24 primary health centers are being constructed in 6 participating local governments of Agatu, Boko, Ohimini, Oju, Taka, and Ushungu, with the provision of basic equipment, furniture, and consumables.
Besides the research center, the governor also commissioned new ambulances and goes on to test drive to ensure they are in good condition. Governor Otom warned state and local government officials against converting ambulances for their private use.
Whatever we see here is on ground. Like the vehicles are here. The equipment in these clinics, they are not here, they've been sent, like the drugs and all that, you cannot expose them here. But they are there on ground. For here, this government, nobody will find asking us to bring back 100 billion naira after our tenure, because every kobo that is meant for projects goes direct to those projects.
To demonstrate its determination to address the state's medical needs, the government announced the recruitment of 500 medical doctors under the medical bond scheme.
To the northwest, the Evangelical Church of West Africa is raising an alarm over the displacement of 27,000 people from their homes and hundreds of others killed since the renewed attacks by a suspected Fulani herdsman in southern Kaduna state. The group is also kicking against a plan by the Kaduna state government to create grazing reserves and routes for Fulani herdsmen in the area which they say is responsible for the renewed attacks. They also describe the move as an orchestrated plan by the Fulanis to take over their ancestral land. Addressing a news conference, the chairman of the 19th District Council of the Church, Reverend Zachariah Gado, asked the state government to reverse the proposed creation of grazing areas in the interest of peace.
Church is coming barely 3 days after suspected gunmen attacked 4 villages in Kauru local government area in southern part of Kaduna, killing about 31 people. The gunmen were said to have carried out coordinated attacks in the 4 communities where they burned down over 150 houses and farmlands.
16 attacked villages have been lost to the Fulani militia, and Fulani men are now fully settled with their cattle and families in Mayit, Agwong, Zakaira, Tunga, Magwad, Elak, Zankong, and Kirin. Several Ekwa churches have been destroyed, along with those belonging to our other denominations, and many of our members have become IDPs. To further buttress their assertion that there is an outcasted plan to drive our members and other indigents out of these parts of southern Kaduna.
In a twist to the story, the Fulani herdsmen blamed the situation on marginalization and an attempt to put them in bad light.
Willful encroachment of constituted, gazetted grazing reserves and cattle routes by farmers, and illegal conversion of same to farmland, residential and other purposes. The press conference by elected representatives from southern Kaduna at the National Assembly calling on the people of their constituents to resist any attempt by the federal or state government to resuscitate the existing cattle routes, grazing reserves, or creating another one in the area, while those existing grazing reserves have been there even before Nigeria was created.
Now, the residents have fled from their homes to neighboring communities in Nasarawa, Plateau, and Abuja. Those who do not have anywhere to go are now taking refuge in this primary school. Emergency officials are also here to provide them with relief materials, pending when they will go back to their homes. The State Deputy Governor, Mr. Bala Bantex, in company of the Secretary to the State Government, Balarabe Lawal, and others, are also here to assess the level of destruction and also condole the victims.
In other countries, in other dispensations, people, as a matter of fact, have been looking forward to how to coexist peacefully without even military interventions. Because each time a place becomes a militarized zone, first it sends away investors, and which is what we are trying to avoid. We have understood the nexus between insecurity and poverty and unemployment. That is why the government of the state is involved in in areas that can provide for massive employment opportunities for our youths.
The attacks by suspected Fulani herdsmen has raised concern among residents here, and all they seem to be seeking now is protection from the government.